Welcome to the Power Factor Show.
The bandwidth for this episode of the Power Factor Show is brought to you by the Firearms Radio Network, firearmsradio.tv.
Sponsored by Taylor Freelance, Rainier Ballistics, Hodgdon Powders, and JPL Precision.
Hi, welcome to Power Factor Show. I'm Doug, and I'm here to tell you about the 2014 USPSA Multi-Gun Nationals. I've either worked or shot the Multi-Gun Nationals every year since 2006, and 2014 is one of the banner years. It's gotten better and better over the years, and with some of the changes in the new USPSA rulebook, the multi-gun rules for USPSA are getting a lot closer to what you'd see at an outlaw match. So outlaw matches now and USPSA matches are getting closer and closer, which makes it better for everybody. And this is probably the biggest attendance they've had, with I think 227 shooters scored in the match. I shot open. I did pretty well, except for the fact that I did one of the major things that you should never do, and that is I took ammunition to the match that I hadn't used before in a match. So with some untested ammunition, I had some bobbles, and you'll see in the video that I have problems on about 4 stages with my rifle. Otherwise, I ran pretty well. I did the plans that I wanted to, and I'm going to walk you through my view of the match. Okay, this is stage 1. Start out shooting your rifle, shooting through a port. You have to shoot offhand. There's some plates about 50 yards away, and then there's some paper targets. 4 papers, 6 plates. You shoot about half from each window. Nice because you could brace up in the second window. The first window was pretty tough to get a brace position because the fault line was back farther. Run up and get the shotgun. From here I got 12 targets to shoot with my shotgun. I try to keep moving. Get you through the course of fire faster if you can keep your feet going and not just post up in one position and shoot. Go to pistol. Pistol was unloaded with no magazine, so you had to load the magazine in. And take a few shots through the ports. There's some 5 poppers back there. And if you can hit them, it goes faster. And that's the edge of stage 1.
Are you ready?
Stage 2 was a shotgun rifle course. Started out with some steel plates, and then there's 2 flyers on the stage. So I'll shoot the activator, then a couple of plates, and shoot the flyer. The one on the left-hand side we went pretty fast. Shot some more plates, a few more poppers, and the flying bird. Had to take a couple shots at each one, but I got both the birds. Pick up my rifle. You'll notice almost off the bat I start to have trouble because of 5.56 ammo. What I did was I took ammo that wasn't really, my gun wasn't tuned for. This is a competition rifle with a light bolt carrier, and so the high-powered rounds did not work well. The 5.56 rounds are more powerful than the 223s, and I was just moving my bolt carrier too fast. So I had a few jams. Not too bad, they were cleared up pretty quick, so not a bad time. Alright, this is stage 5, and stage 5 is a pistol, shotgun, and slug stage, and there's also 6 option targets, which I chose to shoot with my shotgun because I have a lot more rounds. This had activators on both sides, so I had a trap on one side where the target will have a nose chute in front of it that flips down and back up, and then on the right-hand side had a swinger. I grab my shotgun. I'm going to shoot the option targets here with my shotgun because I can shoot targets like that faster with my shotgun than I can with my pistol. And since I have plenty of ammunition and I don't have to reload, it's not too much of trouble. Then I switch over to slugs, and I shoot the last 3 targets in the back with slugs. And that's it.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Stage 4 is a rifle pistol stage. I start out with my rifle. I worked through some targets. They had some small clays up close. I almost forgot to shoot a target over there, but luckily a light came on before I ran away. Having problems again with that 5.56 ammo. And what's happening is the bolt is going faster than the magazine can get the rounds up, and so occasionally it won't pick up the next round. So a quick rack. Once I figured out what the problem was, it was easy to clear, but it still takes a little time. And I also end up having a jam with my pistol, and that's because I reload my own ammo, and I probably had one that wasn't case gauged properly. It's the only jam I had in the pistol in the whole match. I didn't have any jams with my shotgun, so cross your fingers sometimes. There's little clays we shot with the pistol down here on the end, which is interesting.
You're finished. The road is so clear.
Pretty quick.
4911.
Okay, this is stage 5. We have all 3 guns on the stage. Start up with a shotgun. Taking some targets. There's a clay mover on the right hand side. Got a few plates. Not a lot of shotgun on it. Flip over a rifle. Got 11 targets to shoot with the rifle. Another jam. And I go up, transition to the pistol. And with the pistol, I got 9 metric targets and 4 poppers.
$3927.
Stage 6 is a pistol rifle stage. Start out shooting your pistol. On the left hand side there were 2 activators. Can't see them in the video, but one was a clamshell and one was what they call a max trap. Dump the pistol in the box, pick up the rifle. I'm going to shoot the whole thing from the left hand side. You could go left or right. I just like the way it looked a little bit. I overran my first target, you can see when I went over there, so it didn't smoothly get into position. It cost me a couple seconds getting back into position. Rest of it, I try to keep moving as much as I can so that I'm not wasting any time between shots. Okay, this is stage 7. Now, stage 7 is a shotgun pistol stage. Initially, they'd given us the choice, but then they changed it before the RO started shooting to make it so that you weren't abandoning your pistol, so you're just abandoning your shotgun. So you shoot shotgun. There's slugs on both sides, and there's also clays. So the first 4 shots I made and the last 4 shots I make with the shotgun are slugs. I threw my last shotgun round in the dirt, so I ended up with a not neutralized target because I wasn't real careful on my last shot, and I didn't have any extra slugs with me. Go through and take the pistol shots. There's varying amounts of pistols in each one of those little doorways. Some are steel, some are paper. Come down around the corner, take the last 2 pistol shots, and I'm done.
You finished it, load so clear. It's clear, hammer down, holster.
Stage 8 is a long-range rifle stage. The targets here are from 250 to 400 yards. You had 3 different positions. You could use any one of the 3. I picked the highest one because it gave me the best chance to get my right arm tightened up on my knee. So you can see it keeps me from wobbling around. And I had a few extra shots, but I still did pretty well getting targets out to the 400 yards. I did miss a couple of shots. I had to make a couple extra shots, but it wasn't too bad. You go between, you got some close paper, and shoot with a side dot because I have open sights, so I shoot open so I can have a side dot on my rifle. It makes it faster than trying to twist the magnification back and forth. Got the second position I have to shoot from in between those 2 fault lines. Trying to get my knee up underneath my right elbow so that I can secure. The tighter I can get my position, the more places I can get in contact between me and the ground. Make like a little bridge. It keeps you so you don't wobble around. A couple more paper. Switch to my shotgun. You notice I'm already moving as I'm starting to shoot. I'm already moving towards where I want to go. Spin around and finish up my shots. This is stage 9. Stage 9 is all 3 guns. Start out shooting some close rifle, and this is where my gun really takes a dump on me. Unfortunately, like I said, it would continue to get worse. It did not like that 5.56 ammo. So I switched to a magazine. Actually, the magazine I had in there double fed because I had 6 rounds of the 5.56 on top, and underneath were 25 rounds of my good 68 grain Black Hills, but I didn't get to use them because I put the magazine on the ground and I put in a magazine that had all 5.56 in it. It's not the best decision. So spent a lot of time here just racking, trying to shoot, rack and shoot. This is, if you ever heard the term cratering a stage, this is a crater of a stage. I took well over twice as long as this stage should have gone, and probably about 3 times the length of time it took the best shooters to shoot. It is a bit frustrating because you'll hear me click quite a few times and then rack. I tried to keep my face down as much as I could in the optic so that I didn't keep changing my cheek weld, but you'll see me roll my head back a little bit. A few times I actually don't move my head very much, and I almost punch myself in the face trying to rack the gun. It's just difficult on a AR-15 because they're not designed to rack with your face right down on the cheek weld. Then I get to the end and it turns out I don't have enough ammo in that magazine to finish the whole stage, so I end up having to reload too, just to add insult to injury. Too much fun. You got to keep your sense of humor though. You got to stay in the fight. It's one thing, even if you have a meltdown, you got to keep shooting. So I concentrated on doing a good job and shooting my shotgun as fast as I could. And same thing with the pistol. When I transition to pistol, you just got to concentrate on the next gun and keep going. Do the best you can and let the chips fall out where they may. In a big match, especially with 12 stages, sometimes things go bad and you just have to do the best you can.
Clear, hammer down, 127.86.
This is stage 10. It's another all 3 gun stage. Start out with a little bit of steel and then a flyer. You'll see me shoot up in the air. A couple more plates. I have a couple of choice targets. I can shoot pistol or shotgun because I shoot faster with my shotgun. I take them that way. And you'll see I shoot the big activator and then the small targets and then shoot the flyer. I'm trying to keep moving and shooting at the same time. Doing the best I can to take as many targets and keep the movement going. It's almost like a foot race. You know, the first one to the end wins. So you want to be moving your body towards the end of the race at the same time shooting as many targets as you can. It's never good to just stop in one place and shoot if you can get away with it. So I try to keep my feet moving all the time. Try to keep moving. Get down to the end. 4 targets left. That's it. It's stage 10.
5403.
Okay, this is stage 11. Stage 11 is pistol rifle stage. Start out shooting my handgun. A few targets here and there. A little steel, a little paper. Head on up, got a target, I got to go to the right, and then way over to the left. Kind of hard to see me behind the Atlanta Arms and Ammunition sign. Come back around, dump my pistol, grab my rifle. Got some close targets. They're blocked, so you have to swing around while you shoot them. Then up onto the ramp. I got a couple close ones up there. And then I kind of settle in. It's kind of a railing, and they're a little bit hard to shoot off of, but I try to get my arms on both sides, get as much security as I can, get solid as I can. Try to lock in. At this point, I finally borrowed some 223 ammo from another guy in our squad that was DQ'd. Thank you very much. I won't mention your name, but I appreciate the fact that you traded me box for ammunition. The only problem is I don't have the gun sighted in for this ammunition, so when the targets get out 250, 260 yards, I'm having a little trouble hitting them. And I finally elect after about 7 or 8 rounds to leave the last target. I was hitting all around it, but I just couldn't make it happen. So sometimes better to take the penalty than dig a bigger hole. I never like to do that, but sometimes you have to.
What's the time?
87:15.
Thank you.
Start out with slugs, and so we shoot slugs down to the end. And take a step over. There's 3 slug targets, and very similar to I did earlier. I jerk one of them off, and I end up with a non-neutralized target, but you can only do so much. That's having a bad day. Trying to shoot out everything else while I'm moving as much as I can. Switch to my rifle and finish up. This is all just pretty much close papers, so there's not very far to shoot here. I'm shooting on 1 power on my scope instead of using my side dot. Targets were only no more than about 30-40 yards. Now I got to shoot a plate rack. The plate rack's out about 60 yards. After 2 shots, I kind of like to go with a little more power because I didn't hit on the first couple shots, so I crank it up to about 4 power, and you can hear them. It's a little easier to hit the targets down there. But since I didn't do a reload on the way up, which I hadn't planned in, and I took too many shots up there, I had to do a reload up on the ladder. I wish they'd let us slide down the other side. It would have been more fun than just shooting from up there.
Unload show clear. Get clear. Flag.
And that's the end of my match.
Range is clear. Time 60:37.
I hope you enjoyed my view of the match. The 2014 Multi-Gun Nationals was well designed and fun to shoot, and even though I didn't do the best job, I still had a good time. Many thanks to the people that were involved in making this video. Monty Laveau was the guy who filmed for me down there. Monty did this just out of the goodness of his heart, and it took a little bit away from his match, I'm sure, but he spent the time to do it, and I appreciate it. Also, thanks to Troy McManus. Troy took his time and acted as our CRO the whole time, herded us through like cats, and it was a lot easier on us. Those of you that hadn't worked an RO match and actually shot as an RO don't really realize, but when you work as an RO on a match, a lot of times you're still responsible for the squad and you're shooting the match. And it's very difficult sometimes to shoot a good match when you're also responsible for a squad. In this case, Troy took all the heat and he did the herding, and we were just able to shoot like competitors, and I appreciate that. Also, thanks a lot to Brownells for the 2-gun case that I picked up. Thanks to Safariland for the mag holders that I got, and a big shout out to Sierra for the 5 boxes of bullets that I'm going to order through them. So thank you very much. Those are my prize table items. If you have any more things you want to see here on Power Factor Show, feel free to send me a note. You can get us at powerfactorshow.com. Have a good night.